Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream Park on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. The track is fast. We'll get back onto that turf course on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Samantha and Brian with you. Ron with us all day today as well. But Brian, we're closing in on the end of the Sunshine Meet.
Yeah.
And looking ahead to the wonderful championship meet.
Yeah, 2 days left, today and tomorrow, for the Sunshine Meet, and there's a lot of heavy lifting up for grabs, both the jockeys and trainers title still out there, but always looking ahead here, and that is Thursday. The championship meet will celebrate Thanksgiving as we did last year. 11:15 first post, 8 races, and it ends with, as we're back on the turf in the first race. I love that.
Yeah,
Just
I
right
do too.
right off
Yep.
the rip, we're on the turf, but we're also on the turf in the finale on Thursday, and the wait a while. I just
Good
kind of
race.
started scuffing it up, and it's a really good race. Really good. Safi's got a stakes winner. Brian Lynch has a runner. That's 2 for 2. Brad Cox with a horse that broke his maiden her maiden on debut. But it's a really good race.
It's championship meet feel, and
You said it.
that's what we're into. But today we do have 11. We have the Rainbow Six that does start in race number 6 with 11 races today. But race 1 will kick off and how about
Yeah,
that 105
175.
in the carryover, 175 estimated. They should send it in today.
Yep.
Nice little card. And you are kicking it off with the early pick 5.
Yeah, so and then we got the hit and split.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
talk
that's
about this in the lightning round
yep.
as well, but we're going to remind you several times today. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
This is a good one. $5,000 are up for grabs between the late pick 5 and the late pick 4. So if you hit it, if you hit both, you get a chance to split $2,500 in both pools. So
Yep.
there you can see it there. Just check out the website. Make sure you get involved in that, and we'll remind you again throughout the day, because that's a little later on. With the late kicks off with the late pick 5 today, and on an 11 race card,
Race
that is
7.
You said it, and that is around 3:17 in the p.m. So that's a little later, but right in front of us, as Samantha said, is the early pick 5. So there was a late scratch that was very important that we'll get to in a second. Of course, Liam's upstairs too. Race number 2. Top pick is the 1, and that is Mithril, and that was the late scratch. Moscato Babe, the 7, my top pick, is out of that race. So just take note of that in race 2. And, of course, we'll remind you, as will Liam, race number 3, my best bet of the day, Only the Loney, the second-time starter, Freddie Plisa Jr. Race number 8, top pick there is the 8, Sugar Buzz, another key scratch in that race, unfortunately. And in race number 5, the 1, Call Me Precious on top, Brian Lynch. Good to see Brian get in the winner's circle yesterday, and that will not be the last time, I promise you that.
Not at all. And 6 furlongs on the fast main track to kick it off. And 7 and 8 are out of this spot here. A lot of early money on the number 1. That's where you went. Bear Claw Necklace. Is today the day to get it done again?
Yeah, I mean, they're not giving this horse away, which I like, but the races, we're in for a quarter today, and the races at Belmont, at Aqueduct, and obviously and certainly Saratoga, although they were 3-year-old only races, just way better than this group. So, they're supposed to win in here, or be, the favorite to win in here, and they're still not giving them away. Good for you for coming up with something else, because I just couldn't do it.
I think that this horse is a little interesting just because the kind of throw out the last race. It was a good figure, but they completely missed the break. And I think it's very interesting that Misael, I don't want to play the jockey game too much, but he's ridden Lucky Old Son to a victory, and he sticks onto the east side, or he gets on to the east side. I think that's interesting.
Listen, I put this horse in second last time. Back him up. Is he in today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I mean, he's supposed to win tomorrow on the rise.
Yep.
I did put this horse in second last time on a straight one-punch exacta, and I thought he was going to get second off the far turn. They actually went out of the picture because back him up was so clear. The dirt debut in was really good. He, no pun intended, he did kind of back it up last time because he was a little out of his element, and he proved he can play with a group like that. This group, I think, all 1 through 6 now, I think, is better than the last race. He ran fine. There's no knocks on him at all.
Lucky Old Son, you probably just think that he's just going to try to take the lead and,
that is
and
the
hang
thing.
on,
I
right?
have no idea if there's anything left. He was dreadful last time. I don't know why. If you say it was a good track, I mean, I guess he was beaten over 30 lengths.
Yeah.
But he did keep his speed.
He did, which is so key. Yeah, we like to say that a lot, and it really holds true. Race 2, it'll start the early pick 4. It's 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta track. The number 2, Vanessa's Wish, is out, as well as the 11, Rose Dancer. And we just have our exacta flip-flopped there. The number 1, Mithril, Jose D'Angelo Barn. How about Forbes magazine? Did you see that?
I did not.
Oh yeah, Forbes.
Really?
Yeah, no, I promise you. Seriously, like the up and coming, like new, him and Griffin Johnson, up and coming new to the racehorse game.
That's
did
awesome.
An article, really cool. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was more rolling my eyes at you asking me if I saw Forbes magazine.
Well, that's true. I forgot you only read People.
I only read the email from People's. Well, we'll show you the race. I scratch into Mithril. Okay.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
Did you have Vanessa's Wish on top?
I want to get that off my chest. No, I had Moscato Babe on top. That was the late scratch.
Oh, yeah, sorry, pardon me. Yeah,
Moscato Babe's a late scratch. Yeah, Mithril was fine. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the problem with this race is you got a bunch of horses who are a lot bigger prices than Mithril, pretty much all on the line together. Liz Loves Shopping runs 4th. Game Changer Jolie runs 5th. Daisy Damergou at 50 to 1 runs 8th. And let me don't discount Lot Dinamita at 9 to 1 runs 6th. And they're all pretty darn close to the winner, who's Game Energy. So, I don't love this race, and it's why I was going another way with Lady Moscato, but that's neither here nor there anymore with her out.
I thought Liz Loves Shopping ran pretty good there to be on the inside like that.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I'd rather have your pick because
Yeah.
Mithril's on the rail, and she just beat Liz Loves Shopping by this much, and she'll be a third of the price.
Right. You only used those 2 in your pick 5, right? Did you put the 10 in there? Yeah, Baby Lala. Did you put her in?
No, just one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, what do you get? She's been off for a little bit. I think it might be a bit
Oh, you know
sharp.
what? I think I did. I put her in because I
Of
lost
your
another
top
pick. I will say this. You mentioned the word sharp. These Woodbine Tapeta races, they can't run at 5.5.
Yeah.
If you're just kind of joining us with the championship meet coming about, we say this all the time. The Woodbine runners tend to need a race.
Absolutely.
And that is a pretty close to a statement of fact.
Yeah.
And here's a gal with no speed at all that couldn't do any damage in the stretch, long stretch at Woodbine at 6.5 and 7 furlongs.
We'll turn the page to race number 3. It's State Bred 2-year-old maiden special weight event. 6 furlongs on the fast main track. A clean field of 8. And this is a salty one for the Florida breds.
For Florida breds, correct.
Yes.
I agree.
And there's a pick 5 that does start here. Both of us land on the 8 only, the Lonely. We've got the replay. This was a really good debut.
Yeah, this is my best bet of the day. Now,
Okay.
Roger, what's her name? Roger, that Dana was the steam horse. They paid a lot of money for her as a 2-year-old in training at the sale. And boy, did she run to it. You got to give her credit because she's really kind of taken all the worst of it here where they so pressing and dueling her to the outside. Eddie Plesa Jr., he's so good. He's not necessarily a first out guy. You can see he's up to 18% with second outs. Homebred here for Rodney Lundock that runs really, really good. I like the way that she fought on. She's going to end up being well clear of third, and now with a local spin over her, she's going to improve off that, and we kind of both think this could be a pretty good race.
Yeah.
This Roger, that Dana, could be a pretty nice state bred, and she was obviously early and precocious. I kind of expect a big move forward. This is my best bet of the day.
I like it. I'm totally cool with that.
Good
And
stat.
look at this. Yeah, this is a great stat that Ronnie Rainbow found here. Second start on the dirt sprinting past 5 years, 26%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. What do you do with nearly?
So I was going to show this. There's nothing to show.
No,
she didn't
there
stay.
isn't.
There's nothing happened to her at all. It had zero effect on why she stunk on debut at 7-2 for the Hall of Famer Todd Pletcher. Obviously, if you're running at Belmont at Aqueduct, those are open maidens. Okay,
Right. But it was also a 6-horse field.
It was also a 6-horse field. She didn't beat anybody. She's your morning line favorite because of her connections. John Velasquez, Hall of Famer, going to ride for the first time here today. That's why she's your morning line favorite. The 8, clearly, to me, the horse to beat. With that being said, she can improve, and it is a big class drop for her.
Yeah, it is. It's a very fun race to start a middle.
Brendan Walsh, first time in the entry box, too, with the 4. the homebred Gus Swayze, Edgar getting aboard.
Yeah, that's always dangerous. A homebred, like you said, works are just on paper, nothing really to be enamored with. Silver State, they're not winning first time out.
No pedigree here whatsoever either. The two runners were not good. They were a combined 1 for 15, and neither of them won or made a dent on debut.
No. Race 4, a mile and 70 yards on the Topeta track. It's a claiming $8,000 event. We scratched the 4 Santal and the 6 Corte Fuego. Those are two pretty big scratches, and what is now an 8-horse field. And we have our exacta reversed again. Sugar Buzz for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to read my writing. I scratch into Sugar Buzz.
Okay.
Obviously, Safi had 2. He's going to run 1. That was Samantha's top pick. So looking for Rose's short price. Don't sleep on Sugar Buzz, though. She ran for a quarter 2 starts back, and he was second. And that's a pretty darn good effort. And quite honestly, the connections of the 5 will make him favored in this race.
Mm-hmm.
But Sugar Buzz made a dent for a quarter, while your pick can't win for 8.
No. Not good at all. And it was great that Safi reclaimed him, but he still hasn't done anything since the reclaim. So, you wonder where his best days, if they're behind him or not. The 2, did you use that in your early pick 5?
No, somebody's got to be third. The gap between the 5 and the 8 and the 5, I'd be a little surprised if somebody makes a dent into the top 2 here.
Yeah, I actually could not agree more. Race 5, they're fillies that will travel a mile and a 16th on the Topeta track. This is a maiden special weight event for the 2-year-olds here. We have a clean field of 8, another really good one. Call Me Precious. You're going to get Brian Lynch home one of these days.
Yeah.
I
made like 5 different morning lines in this race, and this horse went from like the 4th choice. I said, wait, it's Brian. They bring bags of money to bet on Brian, and he's a newcomer, and she's a newcomer, and she's coming out of better races. Mm-hmm. So I just put her on top. We have no idea about the Topeta. I think this is the spread race in the sequence.
Yeah.
Right? You could probably go one. What do I got? You have, you put the 4 in there, but the other 3 we've got matching that I kind of feel like they could get you through in this race.
Yeah.
Much better posts. You're marooned at Keeneland. Brian's thrown some stuff at the wall already for her in 2 starts. She runs in the cow pasture at Kentucky Downs on debut. She's going to run 7 furlongs at Keeneland on the main track, and now we'll stretch out to 2 turns on Topeta. At Practical Joke, at 2 turns, but certainly point of entry on the bottom.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Keepsake Box I was my best bet today because I felt like like you did. You could spread or you could take a stand. So I think her getting to the Topeta for a barn that doesn't win first time out on the grass.
Yeah.
And she just has that real even running style. I think she's an interesting candidate to move up.
You can't, if you're playing anything serious early or even in the middle or would have got that mandatory pick 5 retail only, you have to use her for sure.
I don't trust Birch Run.
No, I don't trust Birch Run at all. We'll show Colonial Sense. Now, this is at Presque Isle Downs. Okay, I get that. Riley Mott's not going to win a lot with first-time starters. This horse, after blowing the start, breaking dead last in a field of 9 from the rail, good stuff here, Bob, thank you, is going to make a pretty nice dent. She goes from last 13 deep to third, 2 3/4. She's in the red. She'll come into your picture late. Now, obviously, you can handicap the trainer here if you want. Riley Mott, who's, through and through Churchill Downs in the summer and in the fall. It's a big late run, though. Has her at Presque Isle, okay? And Presque Isle is, I don't even know where it falls on the pecking order, but it's certainly nowhere remotely close to Gulfstream Park, and it's certainly nowhere remotely close to Churchill Downs. Okay, but she ran pretty well. Riley's much better second out. And
absolutely.
Calling Edgar Zayas to ride today.
Not a bad sign.
Not a bad sign, and I don't expect her to completely blow the break again like she did last time.
Yeah, she was on the rail, too. That's so tough.
Sure.
And you could see how green she was, and she had no idea what she was doing out there, and she still ran pretty well, so I think she'll move up.
There's a reason why neither of us, Beautiful Justify, Pletcher, Twin Oaks Homebred, John Velasquez, by Justify, and you're saying she's 6-1 on the morning line. I don't think they'll bet any amount of money on this horse, and I don't think she can run either.
Yeah, I agree completely. We're going to take a short break. Whenever we come back, we will have Ronnie Rainbow's Rainbow 6-ticket and the Sprint, which is a very fun feature race. So we'll be right back.
And they're off.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Samantha and Brian with you as we take on 11 races on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Brian, we've got Ronnie, as you say, in the bullpen warming up. You know, he's an older gentleman. He's got to stretch and shake those cobwebs off of him. But we'll take a look at his Rainbow Six ticket.
We'll see what he's got going here. Massive scratch. I mean, the biggest scratch in the country today is local knowledge, unfortunately. So Ronnie, in his sense, is almost going to buy this race. I think Hammond, the 4-auto, defaults into I would think, a pretty stiff favorite in that spot. And no singles for Ron. I think that's important. And in the finale, I tried to call the wait a while the finale because at the end of my stuff here,
I know,
there are important scratches in the last two. He's got the 4, the 5, and the 6, and I would think quite possibly those will get him through that race. We'll have to see. But 43-20 for Ron.
I like it. A juvenile sprint to get this sequence going. Unfortunately, we have 2 scratches. It was a 6-horse field already. Local knowledge is out. Hopefully that guy is okay.
Yeah.
He's they'll be an impressive horse wherever we see him next. It'll be interesting. But the race clearly runs through Brian now. Hammond in strategic reserve, both C2, both Safi.
Yeah, I think it only runs through one horse.
Yeah.
You're gonna you pick strategic reserve.
I
blows
scratched
my mind.
into
Okay, well,
it.
obviously that.
Yeah.
Let's show you Hammond first of all.
Yep, Hammond was good.
Yeah, now Hammond's never run on a fast main track.
That's what's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He's 2 to 5 here. I get it. He's getting set up. I get that too. But you know, Wutan did come back to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the professionalism he showed here.
Absolutely.
Not only is it on a sloppy track, but he's getting kicked back here, and he's gonna sift through here. And he checked back early on too, and when he tips out, he's down the road. I mean, he didn't beat much. We have to be very, very honest. So Wooten is a Florida bred that came back to win. So, but this is a good effort, and he's drawn way better than his stablemate, and quite honestly, I think he is way better than his stablemate. So, this is. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a race within the race too, between maybe the 2 C2 runners.
The only winning across or only 2 starts and only winning across that kind of a track worries me just a touch. I like with strategic reserve how they went from the 6 to the mile. We got that race under our belt in the Aventura, and a Son of Munnings, I think he's a little bit distance limited.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to like the cutback. There's no doubt about it. I thought he was just exposed completely in that race.
Wayne's Law, Yeah,
I mean, the maiden field now, nobody has done. Every time we see a horse out of that race, it seems like it gets worse and worse and worse. The question is, Thunder Chuck is the one with blinkers on. Can he keep strategic reserve honest early?
Yes,
because,
that will be really interesting.
Right.
The blinkers going on the rail, I know you hear me talk about this a lot. Sometimes they break a step slow, and if they do, when you're adding them and you draw the rail, it's unfortunate. You have to declare the blinkers at entry time, so you're already stuck there, unless you scratch and you have the blinkers. So there's a chance that if he just hesitates a little bit, Mika can just take advantage of that right away.
Yeah, because he might be faster anyway. Ramos has got a little speed. I mean, he broke his maiden with the big figure in the slop, too. So there are tough to, quite, now that I look at this, I did not pick up on this. All 4 horses, all 4 of their wins are on an off a track. So
that's,
and funky things can happen.
They
in
can, especially,
fields.
that's so true. And with young horses.
And with young horses,
too.
You
just never know. Race 7, it's a $10,000 claiming event on the Tapeta, 1 mile and 70 yards. We have a clean field of 9. It starts the late pick 5. Of course, if you bet with first bet, you get that hit it and split it. There's 5,000 in that pool, 2,500 and 2,500. You split for the late pick 5, 2,500. For the late pick 4. You like that maths that I did?
I was very impressed.
Thank you. I saw it. I read it.
Is that why you got here early today to work that out?
I did, yeah. I have my calculator. type that out. Yeah, but okay. Originally, and thank you guys, I had an extra horse in race 9, and that made it, I think, 100 and something. This was not an easy sequence for me. I am spreading in this race. Race 8. I have the 4 on top, but I don't have a very strong opinion. I'm using the Trombetta horse in there as well. Race number 9. The 6, just a filly. In the 10, Street View. I dropped the 8, Beyond Belief, for Kelly Breen, and I'm not happy that I had to. If you wanted to play, I think it was $108, I think, to have. That was what I originally had. But That's that. And race number 10, I feel like it's absolutely impossible. I have the 6. That's my long shot, full disclosure today. And I wouldn't mind putting $80 to win on Aston Style. I think the horse, the first time as a gelding for Eddie Pliza, I like going to get 2 turns on the Tapeta. So.
Wow, with the scratch a hard circle, and even the 1 English Rocker, yeah, I agree, for sure.
Well, I double scratch into I had the 1 and the 2, and then the 4. So I double scratch into the 4. So that's it. Race 7. Where'd you go? This was not I don't know. I didn't think this was an easy race at all. Oh, you went to the 3. Wow. More than glory. I mean, not wow, but usually you pick Sal's Dream Girl. So.
No, I haven't picked her in a while. I think I got out with her with the win, and then I've been done with her.
All right.
I mean, Samantha doesn't have the 2 morning line favorites anywhere. It could be that kind of race. I mean, they don't have to win. I think they're a little better than this group. The drop for More Than Glory is big.
Mm-hmm.
In the Tapeta race, to me, 3 starts back was her best effort.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty strongly she's the horse to beat. With that being said, it's probably by about this much.
Yeah. She's got to show more speed.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to be out. She's not an out the back kind of sort.
Though.
But yeah, that's fine. I wish she was had the ability to lay a little bit closer.
Right.
Oh, you picked Sal's Dream Girl.
I did. Yeah. I like the tactical edge she has. She finished second against Play Free Bird. Of course, we see Play Free Bird here, but she's drawn a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
She just has a recent win. I know that was with Gary Jackson, but I feel like Jen Young has done a good job.
She has done a good job, yeah.
With her. So the 2, Tinta Roja, they burned so much money on her.
Yeah, but I mean, she won though.
Finally.
She had no chance last time, so she won for 17-5, and Bo Chapman I think he's probably playing a little poker here and saying, you know what, I've got a horse that's could be favored in this race, and if you want to claim her, you can go right ahead, but I'm one of the more likely winners in this race.
Yeah.
So I kind of like what he's doing, and she's run 19 times, so what are you going to do with her? So, I mean, I think the 2 and the 3 are ones to beat. Let's show you the 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Who won easily at 80 cents on the dollar for the aforementioned Jen Young and Powder Pop. Steve Badu does a solid job. He's going to dip in and claim her. Love Mammy Love. See, here's what I don't like about Love Mammy Love. I know she's 3-1, 1-1 is 4-5, but Love Mammy Love within this the race within the race is getting all the best of it.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah.
And she's better right now.
You would think you thought she was just going to go right on by, but she's got some serious hang in her. Yeah.
Yes. So,
and her only wins were on the grass. So.
Yeah, and. She went from looking like she was going to win for fun on the far turn to getting drubbed pretty good. She loses by 2 lengths. Amador Sanchez jumps in. He claims her. I get it. Amador is 29% off the claim. He had a lot of work to do to make up 2 lengths on that horse. And, oh, by the way, there's 2 better horses in here anyway.
Right. I think Compass Rises out of that spot ran a sneaky good race.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. You got horses behind them that were, Sunroof at 1,000,000 to 1 was 4th in that race.
Right.
How good
Yeah,
that race is not very good.
Yeah, we'll find out a lot about it. Race 8, it's a maiden special weight, 1.116 on the Tapeta track. It will start the late pick 4. Again, hit it and split it, $2,500 on that first bet. So when you play with that, you might as well. The 4 is a gelding.
Kind of wish I knew that.
Yeah. The 5, Uncle's Gold for you.
Nah, it's kind of sort of what you're doing. I mean, it's new face, and at least my new face has run 3 times.
Yep.
Uncle Mo out of a Giants Causeway mare. My goodness, you're not going to see a better pedigree than that until we run some of these maiden races at the championship meet. Yeah. Tapeta, I don't know. Ronnie found a stat though, right?
He
with
did,
Trombo
yes.
here. So
yeah,
let's take a look. Yeah, because this could be interesting. 19%. That's pretty good.
It is. Yeah.
Nobody's confusing Laurel and Colonial races with turf races with our turf races or Naira or Kentucky turf races. I get it, but this horse didn't embarrass himself on the turf in his debut at Saratoga.
No, not at all.
and there is not a lot in here that he's supposed to be scared of.
No, you're right. And he was really strangled back, not in a good way last time. So he was up against it. I like that breeze,
and he
too.
didn't like it either.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, not at all. You could just tell with the way he's throwing his head up. So I think we'll get a little bit more speed into him. I'm not trying to be cheeky with complete response. I like the fact that this horse was previously in training, then comes back. I always say it's easier to bring him back a second time in 2024 last year. So obviously there were some hiccups, but not this time. They're very good. So they worry me sometimes first time out.
Yeah, I mean, this horse you wouldn't fall over. I think, it's a tough ask to win in your debut going a buck 6 mile and a 16th against seasoned horses. Duty is, he's the horse to beat, right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't been out since April 27th.
And he was defeated by Nudge, too.
Yeah.
Pletcher.
Yeah, I forget who it was. It might have been Phil or who it was in the office. Kinsman Stable. I mean, that a little before your time. The late George Steinbrenner owned Kinsman Farm, and they had some great runners. Bellamy Road, Sweet Symphony won in Alabama a long time ago, and they don't have a lot of horses anymore. Concerto, so it's pretty cool.
That is neat.
Miguel Clement took over for his father Christoph, who we knew so well and passed away, and has just done a great job.
Yeah.
Let's show you something, because Shotgun, this is kind of why we might look around, though, because 11 Bravo and Shotgun ran, this is back in July, and they ran very well. Don't get me wrong. 11 Bravo is second. Shotgun is third. It's a solid run. 11 Bravo on the hard chase. The problem is the 11-1 Red Rooster, who's going super fast early. None of these guys could pass him.
Yeah.
Like, I
really.
I don't like that.
No, it wasn't good. I wonder how they're 11 Bravo. I'm just so done with him.
Red Rooster's going to be fourth right now, by the way, and he wins.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need. I don't think you need these horses.
I'd agree. I don't want them. So, yeah.
He wins. I promise you. Like, how?
I don't know. Yeah, 11
like
Bravos,
a half length.
Yeah, that was just so, yeah. That was odd.
Come on. Shame on all three of those. You have to go.
Exactly. You're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, 11 Bravos. It's Safi. Mika Husbands is aboard. I get it. These are vulnerable horses, I think, today.
Yeah, they are. Race 9 could be a stakes race in itself a little bit. It's a really nice race. It's 7 furlongs on the main track. Frosted Dreams, the number 5, is out. It's a field of 9. Street View, not a grade 2 horse, defeated by her stablemate, Our Disaster.
There's so much speed in here. What a job Safi's done with Our Disaster. She's got
gosh. That was a heartbreaking loss at Churchill, too. She should have never lost that race. Anyway.
Her races with a previous trainer in New York they're already better than this group.
Yep.
And now she gets to run for the first time for her new connections in a race where she's supposed to be. You can see actually the owner is the former trainer.
Yes.
And we can segue to your horse. There's so much speed in this race.
Yeah.
And if your horse wins, she's going for 3 in a row, by the way. It's not like she's not out of her element at all. But boy, will she have to run hard to win this race.
She will. And when I looked at the thoroughgraphs this morning and saw she ran a 5, that's like a massive career top by like 7 points. So that worries me after I saw that. Of course, you already make your pick, but at least she's in good form. The 7 furlongs, she's won across. I know it was on a wet track. She's 2 for 2 on a wet track, but she ran well on the fast track last time.
Yeah, she'll have to class up today because she's facing way better than the 2 groups. She's just beaten. She doesn't have to be on the lead. That's the positive.
No, she doesn't. I like that you put Puckard in the mix because this is one that I had a star next to.
Oh, I picked Puckard last time. She was my long shot.
That's right.
And I said, you know what? I don't like this dominant diva who was like 2 to 5. And I said, this race might melt down.
Yep.
So I'm going to try it again.
Good.
Because I don't think she could win this race. But she could pass a lot of
runners
drunken soldiers in the lane because they are going to fly in this race. There wasn't a lot to show, but but Suna, I don't think you picked her, but I know you used her last time.
I did pick her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Kent had 2 in the
Yeah,
race.
Kent
This
had
was
2.
the longer price. Yeah.
Kent's like 2 for 50 with first-time
I know.
starters, and she was
good.
never losing.
No.
She had this field like over a barrel the whole way. Just a confident ride by Sammy Camacho. Jose Morelos will take over today. She's interesting because we don't quite know where the bottom is for her.
We don't. And how much can she move up? Now, she ran on the thoroughgraphs of 14, so when you see that and you have horses that like running 5, 7s and things like that, she's got to step up. But she's a serious player if she takes another step forward, and she's a nice little homebred.
Yeah, this was a good effort.
Yep.
I know it did not break any stopwatches, but she won at 7 furlongs in her debut.
That's so tough to do, yeah.
And I promise you, she drubbed a lot better bred horses than her, including the pair of Whisper Hills.
Yep.
So, we don't quite know. She's a little bit of an unknown commodity that has every right to move way up today.
Absolutely. Race 10, the late double. It's our overnight handicap. What are we calling it?
Chasing Artie.
The Chasing Artie, 5.5 furlongs.
Sappy and Mr. Ramsey, I believe.
Okay.
This is my long shot.
All right.
Nakanara could be 3-1. Nakanara could be 17-1. I don't know. Never run on Tapeta. Took actually Lasix off and was a bang-up third in the Turf Sprint Championship at Belmont at Aqueduct. That's a good run.
It's so crazy to me. A gun runner, one on the turf and one sprinting. That's like the picture-perfect horse to not play against, and this horse keeps winning. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with Sarah Nagel, I mean, we don't see this barn a lot here. This is a barn that's not coming here to hit the ocean for, to get some rays. So they're shipping here for a reason, and I'll take a shot. There are horses that are supposed to win before Nakanara, but I don't think he's out of his element either.
Nope, not at all. And You Wish and Sosa Summer. Which replay is this?
Yeah, Sosa Summer. This is back a ways, but they raced against each other.
They did. That was the last time they were in.
It's July 6th, but it's also significant because it's also the last time And You Wish did this. And what I mean by that is sprint on Tapeta. Good second behind Reef Runner. My goodness, how good is he all of a sudden? And then draw a line through the Tapeta route. He's not a 2-turn horse. That's pretty obvious. So this is a good effort. I think the race goes through him. You get Edgard riding for Joe Orsino. So Sua Summer has not lost his form at all since that race, running second on the turf and running second to Riza's Rolex, who, you do that, you're doing pretty darn
big
good.
Time, yeah.
So, these are the two, at least in terms of the morning line, the two favorites in here. And they have every right to be right there today. You're really trying to blow this thing up.
know, just because I don't trust any of those runners, and I say this a lot. You don't have to be 100% fit to run 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta. They put some speed into this horse too. He's already had some, but I like these breezes coming into this race. I love the fact that they gave a 6-year-old a gate work before this race because it just gives him so much more. It gives him more fitness. He's got a nice stalking gear. He can pass horses. I don't know. I don't know if he's still got it, but we'll find out.
Yeah, all the big races were with a different trainer.
That's fair,
He's hummed along in the morning, and sure is an aggressive spot. To come back, he should be a real big price. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Race 11, the finale today, $35,000 maiden claimers, 1 mile and 70 yards on the Tapeta. The 1 and the 2 are out of this. It still leaves a field of 7. And the 5, Broken Sound, third-time starter for Victor Barboza.
I always did have this horse on top.
Okay.
So the
Good for
scratches,
you.
the scratches bum me out a little bit.
Yeah, because you're going to,
Yeah, going to lose some value. Two big things going on here. Obviously, the maiden special weight, and we'll stretch out too. Now the the Factor was a fringe 2-turn horse back in the day for Bob Baffert. He was way better at 1 turn. Look at the bottom though, Galileo on the bottom of this pedigree. And he seems to be improving for Victor. Vincente Stella, former leading owner here. Stretch out, maybe that kind of triggers the breakthrough.
He just has so much, he's like such an even running stride.
Which I like.
It will be perfect for that, the 2 turns. Aston Style has been on the Tapeta before. He's a nice, big, strong horse. I thought that he would win on the dirt. He's gelded now. He comes off of freshening. And I think that I think he'll be okay going 2 turns.
Yeah, I think he's clearly the horse to beat. He's probably the horse to catch now, too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if anybody. Yeah, but he should be,
Yep.
especially from that spot there. That's 11 for you. We will have our lightning round here very quickly before we send it upstairs to Liam Molinaro with the scratches and the changes. And again, we mentioned this at the top and in the middle, and we'll mention all day the hit it and split it with the late pick 5, late pick 4.
Yeah, so that kicks off the late pick 5 is the first one. The late pick 4 is the second one. So if you hit this sequence, you have a chance to share $2,500 with everybody else that is involved that if they hit this sequence. And if you have the day of your life and it's a big payoff, you're quite possibly going to get the whole pool yourself. So
yeah, very cool.
Jump in, check the website for all the details and stuff, but it's the late pick 5 and the late pick 4.
It's go time,
Yeah.
and it really is. Thanksgiving Day, the opening day of our championship meet, special post time. Really good stakes race.
Yeah, it ends with the wait a while to kick off championship meet on Thursday, Thanksgiving. We did it last year. We do it again. Book it back on the turf, first race on the turf. I love that. Great job by the racing office. Great job by the racing office in the wait a while, which drew a field of 11. 10 will start.
Yep.
Sister Troyanne undefeated on the turf for Brian Lynch.
Yep.
Spirit Doll romped in the Our Dear Peggy, which is the local prep. Slippers, I forgot to mention her at the start. If Slippers can stretch out, she was awesome.
She was really good.
Sprinting on debut. You know, Brad Cox has a Stone Street that won on debut at Keeneland. Yikes, it's a good race.
Very good. Very, very good. Be a very fun Thanksgiving Day. Get a win, eat some turkey. Tickets are on sale for the 10th anniversary of the Pegasus. This is going to be a fun day.
Yeah, this is great. You know, we've got rumored runners for Pletcher, Baffert, and Cox that all could be part of this party here, and that's what Pegasus World Cup Day is. That is a party, and on January 24th, it'll be the 10th edition of the Pegasus.
Amazing.
Yowzers.
Your best bet today? Oh, you lost it, right?
Did I lose my
I
best
thought it was
bet?
Moscato, babe.
Only the Lonely.
Oh.
That's right. Eddie Plesa Jr. in race number 3.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Second-time starter.
So mine is a second-time starter as well for Safi. Keepsake box,
There you go.
555. Long shot?
I'm in the second feature of the day, and again, I don't, we're going to see what we get on Nakanara, but maybe he's priced kind of right in the middle, and we'll take a little shot there.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same race, right?
Oh yeah, you got
full
Muhammad
disclosure.
Jaludi. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so we'll see how it plays out. Ron Nicoletti will be out for the opener. Thank you, everybody, for joining us each and every day at Gulfstream Park. Enjoy your day.